Well, Man United is leading the race for Dipepa. You know, Dipepa Baylee. He plays for Port Valley and he's really one of the exciting young talents that England is yet to obviously evidence. Anton Martial back and Jamie Redknapp has come out and obviously gone ahead to dilute all the talk that Ten Hag really did after that 1-1 draw that went ahead to happen when Man United is drawing with Brentford in London. Welcome to the United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And it's Easter Monday, and I think you guys went ahead to enjoy your Easter Sundays and you're really having a blast wherever you are. This is the channel that brings you your latest Man United news, and yesterday news was coming in slowly, and here we come to bring you what we've gonna hit your hand on today. So we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum, and for the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ that resurrected yesterday on Sunday. So let's see close to 200 likes, smashing this video, and don't forget to obviously come up and subscribe because you're left with just 9 subscribers to hit 17,000 subscribers. I don't know why the flow is really not really high when it comes to subscribing, but continue to subscribe because we would love to obviously celebrate the entrance of this new month of April by hitting 17,000 subscribers onto this channel. Not so? So let's obviously get going. Now let's go to a story that was broken by The Sun, and the Goal had something to talk about it. And this guy is known as Alex Nixon. He has said Man United are leading the chase to sign Port Valley's highly rated England youth striker, that is Baylee Dipepa. Now, who is Baylee Dipepa? 17-year-old. He plays as a forward. He has gone ahead to obviously excite lots of people, and during the the under 17 went ahead to obviously do a lot of things as England was qualifying in there for you. And the Goal have told us that Dipepa, who graduated from Port Valley's youth system, signed his first ever professional contract with the club in January this year. He has already appeared in 20 matches across all competitions, scoring twice and providing as many assists. In England's Euro under 17 qualifying matches earlier this month, Dipepa scored thrice in 2 outings against Northern Ireland and Hungary. That is the boy we're talking about. He plays as a forward. He's a right-footed player. One thing I've got to hit evidence about him is that he can play in any of the front 3 positions. He can play across the forward line as the right forward, center forward, or left forward. Now, his skill set is really not all that the one that you can come out and say, oh, this guy is really talented. But at the age of 17, if a player is really holding that kind of talent that he's really having, you obviously have to really give him respect, because at 17 you are like trying to discover yourself. But for him, it's like he has already gone ahead to go onto the take-on stage. He's taking off. Look at Jude Bellingham. At the age of 16-15, he was playing for Birmingham. 16 years, he went ahead and really joined Borussia Dortmund, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, and very many other teams were tussling it out to sign this 16-year-old. Now, if a 17-year player, if a 17-year-old player is looking like that, then we have to go all out for him. That is it. We have to go all out for him. And you know what it means when you get in a player at that age. You are saving in a lot of money. For example, look at Alejandro Garnacho. If you were to buy Alejandro Garnacho right now, they would call for 60 million pounds. Because for a player who was really unproven but talented, Amad Diallo, buying him from Atalanta took us between 30 to 40 million pounds. But for Alejandro Garnacho, we paid only, I think, 400,000 euros to Atletico Madrid, and they sold him to us. So for a club like Man United that was built on so much of the culture of really getting in the young talent, and really grooming them and ushering them into the first team, I think this guy should come to our academy. And I think it won't take him long before he really shoots into the first team of Man United, provided we keep Erik Ten Hag or getting a manager when Ten Hag is sacked who knows how to nurture young talent. That's what exactly you're supposed to be doing at the club of Man United. Look at Kobe Mainoo. How much would United be paying to get in a player of the caliber of Kobe Mainoo? You know, like 60, 70 million pounds, and you save it. I know this player will be like around 10 million pounds with some other add-ons, you know, that can take his deal to like 30 million pounds later. But I tell you, we should get him in. We should get him in. And I like the plan of Ineos that we are being linked to very many youngsters all over the world. You know, that one of Argentina, 18-year-old. Then there is a one at AC Milan and very many others. We are scouting very many young talents that we want to come out and strengthen the club of Man United. That is really great. I love the idea. And the ideology is really world class. That is a top-notch idea that we need to obviously expand, make it pregnant, and then it gives us our babies. And some of the babies that are going to be given to us through that project are Kobe Mainoo, Kamboala, there is Foson Omari, there is Amad Diallo, there is Garnacho, you understand? And even Rasmus Højlund at the age of 20, although we signed him for 72 million pounds, but I tell you, he's worth that amount of money. He's worth that amount of money because you leave him at Atalanta for one season, he scores more goals, like 20 goals a season in the Serie A. You know what happens? He's a £100 million player. But right now, he's being seen as one of the potential people that are really going to take on the world by storm. 13 goals this season. Now, after the Sun came out and really told us that, we had a story coming in from the Sun that added and said, it's like adding beef to the story already, that United are frontrunners to secure the 17-year-old forward signature ahead of the 2024-2025 season. The report further claims that the club's new co-owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, plans to sign new young talents to bolster the squad instead of spending heavily on proven stars. So, we are frontrunners to sign the guy. You get? And the report from the Sun claims that the club's co-owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, plans to bring in new talents to bolster the squad instead of spending heavily on proven stars. I think I understand he wants to bring in players that are really unproven, as he said that he wants to go in for the next Jude Bellingham, not Jude Bellingham. He wants to go in for next Kylian Mbappe, not the Kylian Mbappe, but he was talking it in a sense that I want to get in players that are really young. For example, we look at Braithwaite, Todibo, such kind of players. He doesn't want to go in for proven players. I know when you talk about Dipepa at Man United, getting him in, it's not like he's going to get straight into the team of Man United. No way. This is one of the players that are going to be put into the under-18s, under-21s for the club of Man United and see the progress. If at all he breaks through early enough, Ten Hag might really get him in the first team training sessions. And if he proves that he's really good, then trust me, he'll get him onto the field of play. For much is a forward, but United cannot really say that they're going to bring in Dipepa as one of those that is going to come in through and act as another study for Rasmus Højlund. You understand? So all they have to do is to get another striker, like of 20 years, like Benjamin Šeško, you know, Zikezi, such kind of strikers that are going to come up and really put up a fight to see to it that they fight for the number one slot of Man United with Rasmus Højlund. So, I understand every bit about that statement, but I think Dipepa is not coming in through to play for the club of Man United, I think in the first team. He'll just be brought in slowly by slowly. And he plays for Port Vale, and in 2023-2024 he played for matches, and in the Football League Trophy he never scored a goal and put up 0 assists. But this season, 2023 and 24 in the Football League 1, 16 matches, 2 goals and 1 assist. That is the beauty of the player, and we just can't wait to see how we win that race. But I would like to send kudos to the new United Football Operations leading team, that is Ineos, that if we can get in these youngsters before they obviously get 20 and get proven, that is better. Like, you get them and loan them, like the deal for Anselmino, who is the 18 years of age. United want to sign him and then loan him for like 1 or 2 seasons, and then later he will be ushered into the team of Man United. That acts well for the club. Remember, teams like Arsenal have gonna have to find themselves getting in some good amount of money. For example, they brought in they groomed Balogun from the academy, and they've sold him 35 million pounds, I think, to Marseille. That is it. Selling an academy player for that amount of money, that will be huge. And this summer they might really move on more too, and that will be Nketiah and Reece Nelson, and those two can collect them close to 60 million pounds. That will be really great from collecting that amount of money from your academy stars. And for Man United, if you can sell Hannibal for some good amount of money, because for Hannibal, like, his price is like 20 million pounds. Alvaro Fernandez, such players from the academy that he really spent a little on too, and you're getting really 10 million euros plus from the sale of those players, then that can really act on well for the player. So wait and see how that pans out. But kudos to Omar Berrada. Looks like Omar Berrada knows exactly who or what players Man City were really scouting. The same applies to Dean Ashworth. He knows exactly the players that Newcastle were really scouting. So it's easy for us to go in and really please those players to come in through. And with the likes of Alejandro Garnacho coming in through and really getting into the first team at that age, because Garnacho is just 19 years of age, then Kobe Mainoo is just 18. It's a plus to those players to convince them to come to the club of Man United, and Ten Hag will tell them that, please, you are talented. All you have to do is to follow what I tell you, and in the next 1 or 2 years, you'll get into my team. I think we can now easily convince these people. And I think if at all Ten Hag was the manager of Man United by the time Jude Bellingham and Haaland were here on the market, before they went to Borussia Dortmund, or the two, would have gone ahead to be standing a very better position to convince those players to come in through and play part at the club of Man United, because would have gone ahead to be having a manager who really gets us going and really good to obviously usher young talent into the team of Man United. So for me, I'm really excited about the young lad. If you can get him in, that will be a very huge plus for the club of Manchester United, and that's what best describes the DNA for the club of Man United. Now, as it comes in through, there is a player that is going to hit return. Ten Hag confirmed us before the game of Brentford that Martial is back on the pitch as well, but not in the team yet. It depends on him and how quickly is he back, and what are the levels, what he's showing. So Anton Martial is back in the team training, and it's rumored that maybe against Liverpool he might be part of the squad of Man United, and I think we badly need him. If he can help us and keep fit for the remaining 10 games of the season for the club of Man United, that will act well for us. Because when you look at the game of Brentford, however much Rasmus Højlund is good, but you really felt like at a certain point X, you needed to take off Rasmus Højlund because he was not getting in the required service, and get on Anton Martial, because when you get on Anton Martial, his hold-up play is different from Rasmus Højlund. They are really good at their hold-up play, but the hold-up play of Martial is really different, and his skill set of acting in tight spaces and how he can obviously make those runs off the ball, drifts to the right, drifts to the left, drifts into the center, and he makes things happen for the club of Man United. That is the beauty of Anton Martial, and I would at any one time really like him to be part of the team of Man United that is going to come out and really take on the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, and very many other games left. But we all know that he's in the evening of his career at Man United. The exit door has already gone ahead to be opened up for him. He's going to be let to go on a free, because Man United don't find anything attached to him like value for money. That is Manchester United for you, and they feel like he should really be on the next plane to leave Man United. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I believe there are Premier League teams that are really willing to sign him. You know, teams like Aston Villa, Newcastle. You know, a team like Newcastle would like to sign a player on a free because they're really having problems. Teams like Arsenal are really eyeing at Alexandria Isak, and if at all Arsenal shows the intent, then who tells you that the player cannot say I really want to go to Arsenal, provided Arsenal is willing to meet the realistic evaluation for the side of Newcastle. And for Anton Martial, I really loved him. I loved him as a player, but him turning out to be an injury-prone player has gone ahead to really make his career at Man United a huge doubt. You remember when Ten Hag came in through, he trusted him. He wanted him to be his ideal number 9, but he was not available. And I've always told you on several occasions on this channel and onto the Rokani Media Football that however good you are as a player, if you're not available every time my team needs you, you should leave. Does it make sense? You know, that's why sometimes I come out and say, I think even Rafael Varane should quit the club of Man United, because he has gone ahead to be playing, he has not gone ahead to be playing football in the previous 2 weeks. International break, he returns and plays only 45 minutes and is taken off the field of play. So that is really weird of him. Very, very weird. You know, he had tried to obviously keep fit in the previous games, has been playing very well. Now Martinez is back. We expect him to obviously partner with him to make one of the best partnerships in the world. The gentleman goes ahead to get injured. So injury-prone players shouldn't be the club of Man United, especially if at all they are earning 250,000 like Anton Martial and 330,000 like Rafael Varane. However much I love the two players, but they should leave, and both can leave on a free transfer. That is it. So we wait and see how Anton Martial is going to integrate to the team of Man United, but I tell you, his return will be a very huge boost to bolster that attacking line for the club of Man United in the mix. Unselfish player, and he really does a lot of things that we've gone ahead to see. And lastly, let's talk about this guy, Jamie Redknapp. He works for Sky Sports. He came out and really slated Erik Ten Hag, or roasted him after the game of Brentford. And in his word, he said, Ten Hag said they wanted it more. Whenever you hear a manager say that, that's quite damning. He says, our way of playing, I don't know what their way of playing is. I don't know if they play out from the back. They try to do it sometimes and pass it to the goalkeeper and then just lumps it up the pitch. I know they haven't had the back four they would like because of injuries, but I don't know what Man United way of playing is. They have so many opportunities today. Brentford, they were better in every single department. So I understand, and for the style of play we all know, I've gone ahead to explain to you that it is always simple. Play from the back, connect with the midfield and with the needful. But how do you expect the manager to connect the midfield well when he's really having Scott McTominay? And for that, I don't blame even the player anymore. I blame Erik Ten Hag, because you had a fully fit player in the names of Ramrabat on the bench that could have gone ahead to do the job and really get you going. That is it. But you decided to start Scott McTominay in your midfield when you had Amrabat. And that is what really haunts me at the club of Man United. So it really takes me back to the board where Ten Hag told them that please sell off that player and get me something and get me someone better. And the club were like, we are reluctant to sell the player because they wanted £40 million, as West Ham wanted to offer United only 30. And you never know this season, because of how he has gone ahead to perform. Maybe the club of Man United will want to obviously get in more and more and more money. And if I told him Scott McTominay, however much I love Man United, with the changes that are going to happen in the club of Man United, I don't think he's going to really have more chances to feature in the games of Man United than he has like those he's going to be having than those he has going to be having this season. If I'm Scott McTominay, I'll tell my agent, please tell West Ham to pay 40. I leave the club of Man United. That is it. So, your thoughts on United leading Dipepa transfer race or chase are welcome in the comment section below. Anton Martial returning, what do you make about it? And Jamie Redknapp slighting Eric Ten Hag to the bone marrow. May the living true God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. The Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak. The Christians are done with their Lent fasting. And now it's up to the Muslims. 21 days so far. And it looks like they're left with 19 to go. Not so? Are they left with 19? Do Muslims fast for 30 days or 40 days? I stand to be corrected. I'm out.